Hey everybody, I got a new microphone and I'm checking it out. It's a lapel mic, so it's DJI, and they're just basically these little clip-on doodads right here. Um, Checking it out and seeing if it's worth using or not for this kind of stuff. But one of the things I'm working on, and I've been working on for the last couple of days, is the temperature control unit here with all the different sensors. I've got the DHT11 right here. It is a temperature sensor and a humidity sensor. So it's able to read both of them. I'm wanting to put one of these in the back of the garage, one of them up front. That way, um, I can kind of tell the difference between the humidity levels in the room. It's not that it really needs it, but being outside, I figure I might as well go ahead and just put it in there, just really so I can measure the difference. And these are pretty straightforward. You just hook up the 3.3 here. Um, the ground is, I think this is my ground. What am I got here? Yeah, that's my ground, my negative, and then my sensor control is over here, and so it just reads this. This right here is the let me see if I can read this thing here. The ESP W room dash 32. Um, so I wanted the breakout board because it just makes it a little bit easier to wire all these things up. You got um, all the different controls here on both sides, and it just makes the pinout easier to hook things up. Um, I got the old style of connector here. I really wish that I would have gotten a C. I just made a mistake and clicked the wrong stupid one. So I had to find a cord that's got the data enabled in it, because most of these old things are worthless anyways. And most of the ones I had were just power only. So I had to search and find this, and it's a pretty beefy one. So it does a pretty good job. Um, the other basic temperature sensors that I have here, these are just like probe sensors, is all they are. Um, when you hook these up, it's a little different. I'm going to get me a bus bar to hook all this stuff up later, but for right now, just kind of, this just makes a better junction than just twisting things together and hoping for the best. Um, you have to have a resistor. What is this? 4.7K, I believe. 1 second. Uh, yeah, it's a 4.7 thousand um, ohm resistor, and I'll put parts for all this stuff. Uh, went ahead and got 100 of these things, because as many of these sensors as I will eventually hook up. And plus, it's just a good stabilizer between signals, so um, keeps it from fluctuating and everything. And this probe is a DS18B20 temperature sensor. Um, it doesn't seem to be as accurate as these here, and it is much slower when um, testing the temperature and like getting updates and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't give the updates as fast. I mean, you can put heat on it and wait for a little bit, and the report doesn't come back as quick. Um, these resistors are just your standard resistors. Um, just buckle her around and shove them in there just to give me something to connect to. This is all just testing right now, just to try to get all this stuff to work and verify that it does. Basically, proof of concept. It does work. I've only got 3 of the sensors hooked up right now, but each one of these here reads, and I'm going to have the 2 here and then 4 to start with. So I have 6 total with 4 of these probe sensors, and then 2 with the humidity as well. And My problem right now is the getting the interface into the app. I've got it all lined out. It's all there. It just doesn't read accurately, and I don't know where it is that I'm running into the problem. But that is the next step, and hopefully I get this part knocked out today because I've got some of those boxes coming in to be able to work on a lighting relay and get that mounted to the wall and get that in its new home. The last one I did, I didn't really look at the depth of where I had to drill the holes. I just stuck them in the center of the center, and I really needed the center and then drop it down to the bottom, um, because when you mount it to the wall, when it's coming out of the box, just the right here, and then it comes in, and where it goes into the box for the electrical box, it's just lower. So it would have just set up all funky. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right. So I'll use that other box for something later on that I already drilled holes and messed them everything up. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Hopefully by next week I'll have um, the door working. I'll have the lights, at least one set hooked up, and then these temperature sensors. Hopefully, I'll be able to get the a couple of zones down on the ASICs lined out and find the right location to put those. And then the next step past that, once I get all the lighting and everything hooked up, will be automatic turn on and turn off for the fans when it gets to a certain temperature. So I've got a bunch of fans out there that will be hooked up, and once I get all of that hooked in, it will just, when the summer gets here and it starts getting too hot in my garage, above whatever temperature that I decide to run it at, it will just automatically turn those fans on based off of what these are going. Because some of those ASICs actually seem to run better in the warmer temperatures. So I don't want those fans running all winter long. Um, and at least the Caspa, or the Ice River seems to anyway. So um, that's where I'm at for now. Hopefully this audio recorded and doesn't sound terrible. And let me get back to work on this app and the interface. And hopefully by the end of today, I'll be able to put all this video together and show that this, and this, and this, and this, and this is all working inside of my app.